She found somebody that paid her a lot of attention, gave her compliments, made her smile. He'd be at her desk all the time. He'd have her laughing. And it's just like her eyes would glisten. She would be genuinely happy.
Guarding facilities overcrowded with inmates.
I don't think they think of the consequences, whether it's going to last, or I don't even think they think that far down the line. I think they go with their emotions.
Ms. Gonzalez is overheard saying, quote, "I took a chance because I was so vulnerable and wanted to be loved, and now I am carrying his child. Why not give him a child as far as giving him some kind of hope?" End quote.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Mr. Delgado for this video. This is his message. Why female prison employees may risk having sexual relationships with inmates. And he provided the link to the video. Mr. Delgado, salute! This video is pure gold. It's from a 2015 ABC News video. And it contains some great red pill information. We just had to share this. So without further ado, let's get it. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we many.
Good evening. A new warden and new security measures were announced today at the prison in upstate New York from which those two murderers recently escaped. But these changes may not be enough to put an end to a dynamic that allegedly played a central role in the breakout: romantic entanglements between male inmates and female staff.
Entanglements?
This is much more common than you may think. Here's my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chen.
With her hands in cuffs and her head down low, Joyce Mitchell walked into court to face the consequences.
I've gone over the charges with Ms. Mitchell.
The 51-year-old prison seamstress arrested last month on charges she helped two convicted killers escape from a maximum security prison. Men she allegedly romanced behind bars and met for sex reportedly up to 4 times a week.
How easy would it have been for the two of them to have sex in that Taylor's room?
Easy. When we left for lunch and they stayed back, nobody's there.
Eric Jensen was incarcerated with Sweat for 9 months back in 2012 at Clinton Correctional Facility. He claims he saw firsthand the flirtation that started in the prison tailor shop.
She found somebody that paid her a lot of attention, gave her compliments, made her smile. He'd be at her desk all the time. He'd have her laughing. And it's just like her eyes would glisten. She would be genuinely happy that he was paying attention to her.
You're thinking that she looks love-struck.
Exactly. Well, we had a joke. It was like that was his boo, that was his girl. She'd bring him like barbecue chicken, spare ribs, things that were cooked on like her home grill.
And she was allegedly bringing Sweat more than comfort food.
She had taken the hacksaw blades, placed them into a hamburger.
Whoa, wait a minute. So the prisoner pulled a sneaky move, getting the female guard to fall for him. Not just for some punani action, but also making her an accomplice in potential violence against others. It's wild how these things turn out, right?
The married mother of one has pleaded not guilty to all charges, but if the allegations turn out to be true, it wouldn't be the first time a female prison employee fell for the charms of a male inmate.
Sexual misconduct involving an inmate.
13 female corrections officers.
Prosecutors say the two were in love.
In fact, government reports indicate that more than half of all sexual misconduct cases are committed by female workers.
Woo! Now that's a lopsided stat. Remember this video we did on the female ex-prisoner? Check this out.
Well, girls aren't gay around, pretty much. I don't know if it's like boredom or what, but everybody gets down, pretty much. I mean, there's a few that are like, no, I don't swing that way, but.
What about women that were married?
Married women around in there too. It don't matter, for real.
Pure gold.
Robin K. Miller spent 20 years working as a New York City corrections officer before retiring in 2005. She says it's possible to become attached to inmates you see day in and day out.
That's basically our second home. And if they don't have anybody at home, or if their man is not treating them right, and then they come to work and this man is full of compliments and just telling them he loves them, and he done sucked them in. Once you get sucked in, and you know it's wrong.
Knowing it's wrong is exactly what turns these women on.
Inappropriate relationships at the center of these high-profile cases.
Female corrections officers having sex with inmates.
In 2013, a Baltimore inmate and notorious gang leader impregnated 4 prison guards, the women helping him run a drug ring inside the prison walls.
He impregnated not 1, not 2, but 4. Oh my goodness. You can't make this stuff up.
A female federal prison guard in court today charged with having an illegal affair with an inmate.
In 2014, New York prison guard Nancy Gonzalez was sentenced to a year and a day after getting pregnant by a cop killer she was guarding.
13 sex sessions that we know of.
Earlier this year in Oregon, 2 prison workers, Brett Robinson and Jill Curry, admitted to sneaking an inmate out for sex. Both women now on the other side of prison bars. It's behavior that Jansen says is rampant.
Did you ever have a female guard hit on you?
No, I never had a female guard hit on me. I had a female nurse hit on me.
What did she do?
She wrote me a letter stating that she would like to get to know me better. And I'm not gonna lie, I wrote her back.
Do you think if you had pursued it that it could have turned into something?
I do. I do.
Emerging as stronger job candidates, there are now more women working in the prison system than ever before.
Women are more likely to have those educational skills. You have to pass background checks. You can't have a criminal record. And again, that plays in women's favor.
Between 2001 and 2007, the number of female corrections officers in male facilities has jumped from 24% to 40%.
You see, this is what you get with affirmative action and gender quotas. People who are better qualified may be overlooked in favor of those who meet diversity or gender targets, which can put many people at risk, as you can see in this video. Equal opportunity, yes. Equal outcome, hell no.
Guarding facilities overcrowded with inmates.
I don't think they think of the consequences, whether it's going to last, or I don't even think they think that far down the line. I think they go with their emotions.
Emotions. That's the female experience.
The problem starts when the relationship turns personal and there's a shift in power, like what allegedly happened to Mitchell, who helped the 2 convicts escape for 22 days.
I understand prisons run on a delicate balance, and having a good relationship between guards and the inmates is important. But there's a line, and when the line is stepped over, then action has to be taken.
How easy is it for a prisoner to have sex with a female corrections officer?
Oh, it's real easy.
Why?
It's so rampant in the system that the supervision and the fraternization, they cancel each other out. So it's like free reign. You could do whatever you want.
What kinds of things did you see during your time behind bars?
Oh, I've seen women coming in and having sex with inmates in county jails and state facilities, downstate.
COs.
Corrections officers, correct.
Inmates like Jensen say there are plenty of blind spots in prison, far away from cameras and prying eyes, making it extremely easy for willing partners to sneak away for sex. Romantic rendezvous in hidden corners.
I want you.
Like a scene straight out of the hit prison drama, Orange is the New Black.
The sex occurs, then that also points out that there are other huge institutional failures in terms of supervision and oversight. And that is, so very clear in this incident involving the prison in New York.
We now know that before the prison break, Mitchell was investigated for her alleged improper relationship with Sweat, but no action was taken for lack of evidence. Now she's facing possible prison time, and this week, 12 more staffers have been suspended indefinitely.
In every state, all 50 states, sex with someone in custody is a crime. It's like having sex with somebody who's underage. It's a strict liability offense.
Why would a woman jeopardize her entire livelihood for a relationship with an inmate? Bottom line is straight up stupidity. because you're putting yourself in jeopardy.
The same goes for modern marriage with these laws. It's foolishness. As Bill Burr said, if you go skydiving and they tell you that half of the parachutes won't open, you would say, F that, I am not going. Compared to men, women do not control their emotions as well, and therefore are less likely to perform well in leadership positions. The data and statistics say it all. Burnouts, antidepressants. How can you be a prison guard if you are susceptible to temptation from prison inmates? I mean, these numbers are ridiculous.
But it's an offense that's rarely brought to the attention of authorities.
Why do you think it was never reported, any of the infractions that you saw?
If somebody would have reported it, you would have been labeled a snitch. And in that facility, you don't want the snitch label. You would have been stabbed, you would have been cut, you would have been beat up, disfigured, and then you would have been shipped out of that prison.
Not worth it.
Not worth it at all.
With budgetary and staffing constraints, policing sexual misconduct in prisons is a problem with no easy solutions.
If they don't change this system, it's going to become worse. And it's about time that somebody does something about it. Everybody's turning a blind eye. It's just a lot of corruption, and the system is very broken. They need to fix it. They need to fix it so maybe these guys coming out won't want to come back in.
If it was the other way around, and it would be female prisoners who would get pregnant by male prison guards, it would be a different story. It would be a prison version of Me Too. It's obvious that men and women are biologically different. The solution to this problem is really not that hard. It starts with the acknowledgement that men and women are biologically different. But hey, it's never been the FNist agenda to unite us. Man, that's where we work it. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.